Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Nocturnal Nonsense. As always, I am your beloved host, man, guy thing, Vaughn, and I am joined today by my two, whatever these guys are, Zach and Adam. Say hello, gentlemen.
What up? I'm Zach. Hello. Hi.
I'm the other guy. Hello.
How was your days today, gentlemen?
I actually had a really bad mental health day today. Be real with you.
Yo, fucking same. It's been like that.
God, I don't know. Like, I got out of school on Wednesday, and just like my mental hit the wall directly out of school. I just like everything crumbled. Came home yesterday and just was not even a person. And I haven't been a person most of today, but you know, we out here doing our best.
See, it's so relatable because I've never actually been a real person my entire life.
Imagine being a real person in 2023.
Fucking cringe, am I right?
I actually wasn't a person for 4 years, so
True. You're not wrong. You were a piece of property for 4 years.
yeah.
True. You know,
You're how every relationship they've
Jesus
ever been in.
fucking Christ.
I hope you know I'm not cutting that out.
Oh fuck. All right, roll back.
Adam,
I'm not trying
Adam,
to get canceled my first
hey,
day.
hey, editing Adam. I know what real time Adam just said, but don't listen to him.
True.
Anyways, so I have a fun little rabbit hole that I've done no actual research on, but just popped in my head as something that I kind of wanted to talk about. There is like a ton of actual resources that you can get into on this, and I'll probably end up pulling something up as we're talking about it. But
I always do, so me too.
so I think something interesting that you guys maybe have heard of. Have you guys heard of Captain Kutchie's key lime pies?
Fucking what now?
Bless
Captain Kutchie's key lime pies.
Kazoon type.
This is such a weird, fascinating little rabbit hole on the internet. Let me pull up a little something. This
They
is
have an Instagram.
Yeah, but like it's not that. So like okay, so this is a weird internet rabbit hole that is somehow like maybe tangentially related to this other rabbit hole called Lake City Quiet Pills. If you don't know what that is, I'm not going to get into it today. Probably maybe talk about it a tiny bit here and there tangentially, but that is a really interesting rabbit hole. I would highly recommend Nexpo on YouTube. It has a really good video on it that goes really in depth. But my God, this Captain Kutchie's thing is like, so it just shows up places. Okay? Like there will be spam messages on random ass websites in the comment section about Captain Kutchie's key lime pies. And this is like, okay, so the oldest post is from 2000. I'm going to directly quote this forum post about it. The oldest post was from 2009 and stopped in 2016. So 7 years or someone or something posting reviews for a restaurant that doesn't even exist, by the way. And this person or bot or whatever it is has thousands of accounts on websites that generally require verified emails or CAPTCHAs. Some of the posts are on cooking sites, social media, tabloid articles, and sometimes news articles. KLP posts, Captain Kutchie's Key Lime Pies posts, were made on a regular basis until late 2016 when the posting frequency decreased markedly. And it's just like it'll have references to celebrities, it'll have references to all of these like weird sex themes sometimes. I'm going to see if I can find an example of a comment about it, because the comments are where it gets actually batshit insane. Here we go. Okay. So this is posted by somebody named Jan Mary on December 4th, 2013. And you know what? I think it's going to be more fun if I have one of you read this. So I'm going to post this in the general chat.
I'm still trying to figure out how key lime pie has anything to do with sex.
No, yeah, exactly. So you know what? Zach, why don't you read this?
Jan Marie, December 4th, 2013. It just doesn't get any better than seeing the gorgeous Miss Anita Piles?
Yeah, I don't know.
Over at her and her husband Captain Kutchie's quote unquote place. Some folks also call him the Kutchman, others call him the Kutchman. Most just call him the most interesting man in the world, quote unquote. Anita and the Kutchie plays Key West Key. This is
I know the
fucking
formatting on this, and like
Hey,
for context
I got
for
you.
listeners, the way that this is structured, there are just like these random like indentations and breaks in the paragraph
yeah.
for no reason.
I got you. So it's Anita and Kutchie Palais's Key West Key Lime Pie Factory and Grill. Just watching the lovely couple baking together all those yummy key lime pies at their key lime pie factory and grill in Asheville. It's always worth the trip to visit them and their historic key lime pie factory and grill. It should be on everyone's bucket list for sure. And the world's best key lime pies. Yum, yum, yum. Talk about world class. What an understatement. Ah, the magic of lovely Mrs. Anita Palais and her delicious key lime pies baked with pure love always. 40 years and they're still going strong.
Yeah, and so like it's comments like this for a restaurant that doesn't exist, and there are, what did this say? There are over 700 messages cataloged that we like, so that the we are aware of. It's and then it just stopped one day. In 2017, only 3 Kutchie Key Lime Pie messages were posted, but they were all copy pastes, and it's been discussed all over the internet, from, like I said, from like Reddit to all sorts of other things. There's another one. Where is it? We prep very hard on this podcast, by the way.
Professional.
Football.
Beer.
I do like this Reddit comment that says people are still talking about this. Y'all have never seen mentally ill people typing things online?
I was reading that too. Apparently,
Right now,
someone's trying to claim that it's a fictional character that was created by an American author and artist, Kirill Kundraziev, whatever the hell that is. It says right here, he is said to be a legendary fisherman and pie maker who lives in the Florida Keys, a chain of islands off the southern coast of Florida. Captain Kutchie is primarily known for his key lime pie, which is said to be the best in Florida Keys. According to legend, he uses a secret recipe that has been passed down through his family for generations. The character has become something of a cultural icon in the Florida Keys and is often referenced in local advertising and promotional materials. I don't know how accurate that is, though.
No, it's not accurate at all. None of this exists.
Supposedly that dude is an actual writer. I don't know if it was part of the whole thing where someone made that up, but there's an obituary for the guy too.
Interesting. That part,
But he's from Texas.
That part I'm not sure if I knew. So there was another situation where a Redditor had like found somebody on Facebook that was tied to this and friended them on Facebook, and they started making all sorts of like weird messages responding to them. Let me pull this. So we're just gonna basically go through this Reddit post about it. I was browsing on Facebook on this person's Facebook page some time ago. Okay. So this is talking about Catherine Habsburg, which is a woman that posts on Facebook long updates about her family history and how different international government organizations are out to murder her and steal her assets. And the language she uses is very hard to understand because of the weird grammar. Some people say she has some sort of mental disorder or disease, and some believe that what she's saying is some sort of truth within it.
Know that she has some kind of mental disorder or disease.
Right. So this person, and so browsing her Facebook page, and noticed that some of her posts get liked by one specific profile, Kutchie Palais. And the profile picture is a key lime pie. His profile consisted mostly of weird posts that all referred to a specific restaurants. I googled his name and ended up on a Reddit thread about him, but the author of the thread, u/keylime what the fuck, or WTF, had not found the Facebook profile at the time. The thread I read, pretty long but pretty interesting, so that it links to that. Basically comes down to the fact that the restaurant never existed, and it was weird because it had all types of comments that have been made since 2009. If it's a running joke, there must be some dedicated jokes. Blah, 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 blah. So, added the Kutchie Key Lime Pie page on Facebook, and it's weird. Anyhow, I saw a status update in which he said, "The world will soon know why Captain Kutchie is the most interesting man on the planet." I decided to send Kutchie Palais a message and asked him when the world can know who Captain Kutchie is. I didn't expect any reply, but roughly a month later, Kutchie replied. This is a copy of his reply, and I'm going to post this, and I'm going to have Adam, you want to read this one?
Sure.
Here you go.
I guess he'll read half of it, and then I'll read the other half.
Yeah, we'll go back and forth.
You sure you can read?
No, Adam, you read this one. I'll have Zach read the next one. We're gonna go through a few of these.
Oh, this is the one I was reading before, yeah. So there's just no medicine like an all-natural key lime pie made from scratch. One time, Captain Kutchie Palais was in the hospital for kidney stones and was labeled a combative patient when he found out that the hospital kitchen staff were skimping on ingredients in their key lime pies. Well, seriously, what the hell do you expect when the king of key lime, Lord of Lords, finds out that someone has been perverting the purest of the pure? As our friend Clint Eastwood might say, make my day.
And so they replied again, asking who Captain Kutchie is again. And the second reply, and this is also just strange. Zach, why don't you go with this one?
Soon learned why people call Captain Kutchie Palais the most interesting man in the world. But don't take our word for it. Follow the long lines to Miss Anita and Captain Kutchie Palais' Key West Kucheritaville Key Lime Pie Factory and Grill. The place to be since 1976.
Kucheritaville, baby.
Why does this sound like a really poor setup for like some fucked up SCP shit?
Right, like this is ridiculous, right? Like, I don't know, I love weird internet things like this. Like, this is the kind of thing that really gets my brain just like...
You know, I'm gonna write an SCP based on key lime pie now.
there probably is one. That would be a fun. We should keep that in mind. A fun episode. We could just talk about SCPs. We could just become a modern creepypasta channel. Okay.
Sure will last a long time.
So then the Redditor continues. A bot, I thought. Just nonsensical messages like the ones I found on his page. However, the next one caught me by surprise and, to be honest, kind of shocked me. After his second message, I decided to ask him for the address of the restaurant. And his reply is, you know what? I will post it. And then I'm going to ask one of you if you want to try to read it. I'm going to take that as a...
What the fuck? Hold
Yeah.
on. Well, I got this. Because you know what?
Uh-huh. If you're going to type it into Google Translate, I have the translation.
Yeah, I just did too.
Okay. I have the translation. So after getting that message, the Redditor says, the message was in Swedish. I live in Sweden, but there is nothing on my Facebook profile that could have indicated my location. The message reads, translated by the writer, close your eyes and let your ears listen to the radio. Do you hear my voice? Can you hear your own soul scream? Let us choose, my voice that predicts the future, or your tormented. Reach. What do you choose? You can choose your life, your future. As smart as you are, you may have already found out that the radio drama, in quotes, from 75 years ago was the truth. Quote unquote, they are on our planet, and they watch and see everything. Don't trust anyone. Don't trust the police. They are already controlled by them. It has been like that for 75 years now. Only our best can survive. You have a right to become one of us. So welcome to our world. Very soon the portals will open to another dimension.
So I was 100% right. This is a fucked up SCP.
This is such a strange little rabbit hole that ultimately goes nowhere. But I heard this. I heard about this on a podcast I listened to. Shout out to Chilluminati podcast, absolute bangers. But I this one has stuck with me for a couple of years because it's just so bizarre and nonsensical. I don't know if it's like a cult thing, or what. There's been updates that a new message from Captain Kutchie in German, and after a Google search found out that the piece of text is from PT, and it says, and by the fog of fading consciousness, I thought I heard a phone. He continues, Kutchie Pelez recently posted an update and tagged someone named Jake Carson in the comments. That Jake Carson profile publishes the exact things that we know from Key Lime Pie Factory. A small part of a status update by Jake Carson that stood out to me about Donald Trump posted on February 21st, 2016. And I'll put this one in the chat. I don't know whose turn it is to read, but this is a fun one.
Donald Trump loves Cucharitaville so much that he often has takeout flown to him in New York City. Wow, he must really love those original cheeseburgers in paradise. We sure do. They have our vote for sure. My best friend said she heard last week Donald Trump and Stephen Colbert together are planning on a Welcome to the USA party for Pope Francis to be held soon over in Asheville, North Carolina at Cucharitaville. Some party that will be for sure.
Uh-huh. And
is there actually a Cucharitaville in Asheville, North Carolina?
I don't believe so. So I think that like an interesting angle that you can look at this whole thing from is that this is like, so that the Swedish message is so weird and bizarre, and it gives me this almost like ARG cult kind of thing, and it makes me wonder if this is somehow like a really ridiculous and weirdly elaborate like ARG, what the fuck is the point of it? And whether it's an ARG or not, if they're going for some kind of weird coded messages, because that Swedish message was very not Kucheritaville. I I wonder if like part of the point of it is that some of these Kuchie whatever messages are like supposed to be coded messages. Because like I don't know, to me personally, you can interpret the my best friend said she heard last week Donald Trump and Stephen Colbert together are planning a welcome to the USA party for Pope Francis to be held at this place, And it gives me like, well, maybe it's not literally it's them, but what if it's supposed to be like this important figure and this important figure are welcoming the head of this cult or something like that. And if you want to be there, you got to come to this place at quote unquote Kucheritaville.
Huh.
Right. Let's see.
I mean, to be fair, there doesn't really need to be a point to an ARG anyways.
No, there doesn't necessarily, but it is weird when there isn't one at the same time. And I'm going to pull up the original post, or one of the bigger posts, Captain Kutchie's famous pies that never existed by Key Lime WTF on Reddit. And yeah, there's a lot of like weird pop culture. There's a specific thing that I'm trying to find that is talking about, there's some like club that gets mentioned at some point, and I can't find the specific reference to it. But it's I don't know. I don't know how long we can like stay on this specific topic, but like I find this interesting, and this is something that I've wanted to like get into. But okay, so there is a book by Captain Pelez. Captain Pelez, we found this book on Google. Apparently, according to my tinfoil cap, Mark Y. Pelez is a retired chief of naval research for the U.S. He's only referred to as Captain Kutchie once or twice with what we read. Anita Jones is the name of a woman who worked with Pelez as Director of Defense Research and Engineering from 1993 to 1997. She's also mentioned in the book. They were not involved romantically, but don't seem to have any ridiculous interest in pie shops. Also, there is a mysterious comment posted, or the mysterious commenter posted yet another pie comment as a review for this book. And here is that comment, and the book is Naval Innovation for the 21st Century, the Office of Naval Research since, God, this is such a long title, I have to open a new tab to see the full thing. The Office of Naval Research since the end of the Cold War. So imagine that's your book title, right? And then this is the comment that you get on it. Zach, why don't you take this one?
I sure hope that this will be a great opportunity for everyone to see some of Don's scenes from his productions of his classic hits Tales from Kutcherideville. You know that Rickles and Johnny Carson together produced those comedy hits about their friend Mr. Kutchie Pelez and their wild and crazy exploits of Kutchie's Key West and the world of key lime pies from the perspective of Johnny Carson, Don Rickles, Kutchie Pelez, and Steve Martin's eyes. What a hoot those classics hits surely were. Don't miss them, but be sure to tune in next month. We laughed our asses off until we cried watching those funny movies, the Tales from Kutcherideville. I think that they may still be available in a box set.
Which again, nonsense.
I'll say.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I'm reading I'm assuming it's a review. Yeah, it's a review of The Truth About Sex, The Bedford Diaries. I don't even know what I'm reading, man.
Is this key lime pie thing? Hit me.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me I'm gonna
Yeah,
paste
put it in
to
the
you
chat.
real quick.
Oh my god. It's on IMDb. Oh, I'm gonna hit this one. Oh my god, it's so
One-Eyed
long.
Willie 9.
Oh,
yeah,
it's so
and
long.
None of it makes any sense.
The Bedford Diaries, The Truth About Sex, 2006, Season 1, Episode 2.
10 out of 10
it's a
review.
10 out of 10 review, posted July 19th, 2013. Hello, ladies. Such a good way to open. Hello, ladies. Please take a few minutes and enjoy my true stories. Every single word is capitalized.
Yeah, there is no I don't even know what
For listeners, every word you are about to hear is capitalized.
just the beginning, just the first letter is
Yeah, just the first
capitalized.
letter, sorry.
There's no caps lock. It's just the first letter is capitalized in everything.
Yeah. And it looks double spaced, but I can't tell if that's just me or not. There's also a really good I am, but it has the apostrophe for like I'm, but it still says am. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, ladies. Please take a few minutes and enjoy my true stories about the wonderful world of key lime pies, as well as the magic of the most beautiful Miss Anita Pelez, wife extraordinaire and the beauty queen of the key lime pie world. Oh, what an honor that must be. Elwood. Elwood Blues here. How are you all doing? That's great. I am that hurts my brain. I am just setting here watching Major Crimes on the tube. Pretty good show. Wouldn't you just love to be eating a nice big slice of Anita's key lime pie as you two lovers are snuggling there watching the show? Then you two lovebirds can get into each other's drawers after this episode goes off. This isn't capitalized. What? Just the word this, everything else. That's sure what my I are contemplating as we eat our second slice of pie. Well, eat your hearts out. Better luck next time. Ah, yes, my little chickadees. May each one of you enjoy your very own key lime pie baked by the lovely and most gracious Miss Anita Pelez and her handsome husband, Captain Kutchie Pelez. Weird punctuation there. Together, the proud owners of Asheville's own, Anita and Kutchie. That's weird. Okay. Asheville's own Anita and Kutchie Pelez's Key Lime Pie Factory and Grill, all caps, conveniently located near the Biltmore House and estate in that beautiful city, known as Heaven on Earth whenever Miss Anita Pelez is anywhere near. Ah, the meaning of... what is this in quotes everywhere?
No idea.
The magic of Anita Pelez and her key lime pies voted the best. That key lime is all caps, or full caps lock. Voted the country's favorite for the past 27 consecutive years. That babe can bake me a pie anytime she wants to. Elwood Blues. Turn your ladies on in extra high heat mode easily just by seducing her with Anita Pelez's ultra sexy key lime pies. You know the pies that her and her famous husband Kutchie have been baking the last 40 years over to their key lime pie factory near Biltmore House and Estate in North Carolina. Yeah, that's the one, you dirty mind. Shame on you. Anita's KLP will light her candle and make her hard to handle. Guaranteed that she will get a hold of your handle too. Your boy Elwood says, ah, the magic of Anita Pelez and her key lime pies. Yeah, you'll be ahing too. Put your faith in Anita's pies.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna pause you for a second.
This goes on for another like 4 paragraphs.
Yeah, and what I'm getting out of this is like, have you seen those bots? They're like, I had a bot watch Shrek and then had it write its own script to the movie or whatever. Why am I getting from this though is like someone created a bot to make a like a commercial, or read 1,000 commercials from different places and then had to put together a commercial for this key lime pie.
Yeah.
And now it's got bits and pieces of everything you would see anywhere that is for publicity or for promotion of anything at a restaurant, and just all put into different little paragraphs. That's what I'm getting out of this. It's just promotion for something, but with Captain Kutchie's key lime pies and something about Anita Pelez and all.
Yeah, it
So
feels very bot driven.
Hear me out though, right? So like, what if you look at it from the ARG perspective? What if the reason why the first letter in every word is capital is because if you take all those letters and throw it into one of those, what the hell do they call them? It turns them all into words. What if it makes a message?
That, I mean, it probably doesn't, but
what if it does?
HLPTAMAEMTSATWWOKLPAWATMO.
Well, I'm saying if you take all the letters and you throw them into like one of those, I forget how they're called, but it scrambles them up and turns them all into words.
Yeah. I mean, that's possible. And like then there's like more sections where there's like randomly not capitalization.
Yeah, like from where you left off, like the first sentence is
this next paragraph is insane.
Yeah, I've only read bits and pieces of it, and I want nothing to do with it.
No, I'm going all the way in.
I mean, yeah, go for it. I want nothing to do with it.
All right. This is still the same review. Is what they are all saying true about how eating those world-famous key lime pies baked in the Carolina mountains by the former Miss Florida USA, getting more lore here, and high fashion and swimsuit model, Miss Anita Pelez? Surely everyone has heard or read by now that consuming her wonderful key lime pies has the ability to cause the male penis length to increase to 50% or more, and the girth of the erect male penis to increase to 6 inches around. Wow! And to add to the fact that her pies have been known to make males multi-orgasmic, one orgasm, one after another, with little or no refractionary period in between ejaculations, is nothing short of awesome! Exclamation point period. Why, it's a miracle if you ask me. You can count me in on that. That's for damn sure! Exclamation point, comma. Miss Anita Pelez is surely the undisputed queen of key lime pies. That's for sure. Yes, there was a time for decadent key lime pies, and that time is now at Anita and Kutchie's Key Lime Pie Factory and Grilly, conveniently located in Asheville, North Carolina. I thought it was Asheville, Arizona. I don't know. Near the Biltmore House and Estate. Yes, the First Lady of Key Lime Pies, Miss Anita Pelez, states, "For your pies only, count us in, darling. Sweetheart, please wrap up a dozen pies to go. We're getting the band back together. Thanks, Elwood." I know that you're not going to believe this when you first read it. Don't worry, I didn't believe it either at first. My dear wife insisted, or as she said, that she was going to cut me off. Now, I like my Nookie as well as anybody, but when she starts talking about cutting me off, well, let's just make a long story short. If you want to continue eating at the... Why? Oh, is that supposed to be, like, emoticon, like, ASCII butt?
I have no idea.
Or boobs?
Let me interrupt you real quick. There is a Captain Kutchie's Key West Cafe in Arden, North Carolina.
What?
It is permanently closed now. But there is, in fact, a place called Captain Kutchie's Key West Cafe. But it's in Arden, North Carolina, not Asheville.
So it's Key West Cafe, but it's not in Key West.
And there's a guy that put a 5-star review that says, really like the key lime pie. It's only got 3 reviews. They're all 5 stars.
Of course. Maybe it's not even real. Maybe it's just a fake place. Who knows with this goddamn thing? There's just
it's an actual address with a storefront, but like it says All Stars on the outside of the building. So my guess is someone probably tried to like throw it up as though it was like a real place, and it was obviously closed. So Google just put it up there.
If you want to continue eating at the booty, is what I'm going to interpret this as, then you had better listen to what Mama is whispering into your ear. Get the damn pies, enjoyed them with the little lady, and die a happy man. End of story. People, if you want to have a lot more sex, then you need to start eating a lot more of Anita and Kutchie Pelez's key lime pies. One-eyed Willie, smooth Willie. Be good, Willie. Elwood Blues. Darling, don't go breaking my heart. Honey, what's the number to the key lime pie factory? We're out again. 1 out of 5 found this review helpful.
Well, that's a thing.
Also, I'd like to point out the person that reviewed it, his username is One-Eyed Willie 9.
Oh, hell yeah. You're right, it is. What the Oh my god. He has more. Click on his profile.
Magnum PI. Oh my god.
Add Captain Kutchie
Good
Pelez to
burger!
make this the all-time greatest.
Good burger. They're all unique comments is the thing.
This has to be a bot. There's no way.
I want to read
There's
it.
no shot. There's one that's titled "How to Eat Pussy Like a Champ." The beautiful Mrs. Anita Pelez and her wonderful key lime pies.
That's the one we just read. Wait, there's more that are just,
No, that's
so many of them.
That's
are
not
just
the
that.
one we read.
Yeah, no, they're How to Eat Pussy Like a Champ is the movie.
Yeah, the Bedford Diaries is the one that you read.
Oh. I don't think that this is a movie. Director Seymour Butts. Stars Seymour Butts and Ron Jeremy.
I'm pretty sure these are all porn stars.
The man himself. But these are all, like, even this one is a unique comment.
This movie, How to Eat Pussy Like a Champ, full cast and crew. None of them. There's like nobody in here that anyone would ever know besides Ron Jeremy. And then apparently, hold on.
What an insane thing that exists. I don't know who is doing all of this, but I like it.
Paranormal cracktivity, haunted MILF.
What? Did you just click on Run Jeremy's IMDb?
No, I clicked on see more butts.
Yeah, he's got a whole fucking profile.
Cirque du whole A.
Or the nice, simple, sweet, Merry fucking Christmas.
See, that's good. That's a good. I mean, if you're gonna make a Christmas themed porno, I think that's the title that you go for, right?
Don't look now, but there's a cock in your eye.
This isn't Super
the
Smash
whole
Brothers.
title.
This is anal sex. Why?
Oh
why
my
was
God.
that was strange? Where? What?
He's
The,
known for hot-blooded newlyweds, see more butts in the Love Shack, Merry fucking Christmas, and see more butts rides again.
Oh, man.
That's so
The fact
weird.
that some of them have reviews just kills me.
The fact that this whole anything exists is beyond me. So after your little first introduction to the wonderful world of key lime pies, how do you guys feel about it? Where are you at on it?
I mean, I just really want to try some of Miss Anita Pelez's key lime pie now.
That it makes your
I
dick
just-
longer and fatter?
I don't get it.
Yeah, that's accurate.
I'm just so very confused.
You know, it all makes sense now, right? The really weird cryptic message about aliens, basically. And then it's linked to a fake movie of a guy that makes all videos about butt stuff. And aliens like to anal probe.
It's
I
all
think
part
I
of the
see-
conspiracy.
I think I see where this is going now. Gentlemen, we might be onto something, and if the government knocks on your door, don't answer.
Is that? Can you do that?
I mean, yeah. I don't know
What,
that it's
not-
gonna go well for you.
What, not answer the door for the government?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
you have the freedom to do whatever the fuck you want. Welcome to America. The consequences are whatever the fuck happens. You deal with that as they come, but
So are we talking about? I mean, like free will? Yeah. I mean, I have the will. Not. I can choose not to do it. But I mean, like, can I really though?
yes, you can. You have rights. We all do.
Until you don't.
Until you sign a piece of paper.
Oh, dude, that would be. I have such a cool idea for content. So the website that I was like on getting a lot of the information from, right? The one that wasn't Reddit. They are like an old NeoCities style website. So like I was just kind of clicking around on the website to see if I could find anything else. And you know how like back in the day, and maybe I guess people still do this a lot now, but they would have like these little what look like bumper stickers for other websites that you could just click on to go to them. I think it would be a really interesting idea for like if we did like a more visual podcast episode when we start uploading on YouTube, to like just go through, find a website and then that has these, and then just go down the rabbit hole of clicking on random websites linked to other websites.
You realize that rabbit hole is going to be very, very deep.
Oh yeah, for sure. I just want to know what weird shit we can find.
And while we're at it, we should probably order some of Miss Anita Pelez's delicious
I think we should
key lime pie.
absolutely order some of Miss Anita Pelez's key lime pies. And I think that you at home should too. Because remember, there's no other pie there for your pies only.
And that brings us to today's sponsor, which is
Captain Kutchie's Key West Cafe in Asheville, North Carolina.
Oh, God.
So yeah, that's a Vaughn episode, everybody. Woo, we did one. Hey. You thought we were going to talk about gaming? No. We talk about weird shit on my episodes. And, you know, maybe in the future I'll have, like, actually more things, like, prepped, and not just like, hey, here's a weird thing. Let's talk about it. But probably not. Let's be real. So I think we'll probably wrap it up here. It's a little early, but I don't know how much more key lime juice we can stretch out of these pies. So
I mean,
unless you guys have something else to like pivot over to.
Well, there is something I at least want to show. I mean, I know you've never played the game, but hold on.
Okay.
So there's a Warframe that they just came out with.
Are you about to show me the Jamusi?
Yeah.
I'm leaving this call.
The what?
Thank you guys for watching Nocturnal Nonsense. I've been Vaughn. That's Adam. That guy's Zach. They're both fuck asses. I'm also a fuck ass. Have a lovely night and goodbye.